Caroline Daisy Ashiono, and this is my village that I was born in. I grew up with a grandmother. I didn't have a mother, and my father was busy elsewhere. So she took care of me without anything, but she had everything in terms of love. So I decided to give back to the community. And that's why I found myself in the same village that I was born and partly raised in. So 2013, the school and orphanage was begun, and to today, we have children that are coming in for interviews based on the academics. We have those that can't pay, who come from very humble backgrounds, either they've lost a parent or both parents, or they have both parents but they are very poor. And then we've also started admitting those that can pay, because we are putting up good classrooms, standardized according to the Ministry of Education's mandate. And so people are being attracted now, and everybody wants their children to be in a child-friendly environment. So our friends from the US, Warm Hearts Foundation, International Cultural Exchange Foundation, Education for Generations, and individual people, they came together and decided that they wanted to walk this walk with us. They believed in our vision. And so they put together enough funds that would help us to start the classrooms. For now, we are proud that we live in Butere, but our goal is to compete with the rest nationally. And so we are working towards that, and we are not going to get tired.
I'm Lily Owano Musikoyo, a mother of 5, the deputy director of Daisy Center School, and the pioneer of the school. We are a very prayerful community, very loving, and we do in several locations our social work, which has also helped us grow. And we really appreciate our supporters who really stood up with us, that this motivated us and encouraged us to increase our staff population from 4 to the current 71.
In 2013, when we started the school, we only had a vision and a dream to ensure that no child is left behind. Many times we walk in our neighborhoods, we see different kinds of children. Some who are well endowed, others are not so much advantaged, and that is the niche that we thought should reach out to. The disadvantaged children, the vulnerable, the orphans, and those ones who do not have any other place to go to. We didn't have dormitory facilities because we were limited in resources. So some children who come from far were so much disadvantaged that if it reaches evening after school, they have no means to go back home. They had no home to go to. So they'll want to sleep around. And we're asking ourselves, what do we do to these children? We kept looking for support, and the good donors, some of them have worked with us from the initial years, 2012, 2013, and all through. Thought it wise to help us develop a dormitory for the girls, which ultimately we were able to have by the end of 2022. So it's now having a capacity of around 240, but we don't have beds. The beds in that dormitory are not enough. We don't have mattresses. We don't have enough blankets. So yes, we have the building, but you can't accommodate more children because of the scarcity of beddings. So if we can get maybe a friend or two who can chip in with that, we'll be so grateful out to God. And even for the boys, we have some young boys who need specialized care, and the boarding for the boys is not in a good position to give that care because we have so many children, and then now the young ones are disadvantaged. So we are hoping that with time we'll be able to even expand the boarding facility for the boys as well. We could not have been where we are today without you guys. We are so grateful. You did done a good job for this school and will forever remain in debt. Our biggest expenditure, a recurrent expenditure that we have is the payroll, which is very expensive. And because we don't have enough, sometimes it becomes really difficult to hire high quality teachers. We have some of the best in the region, but the very good ones are taken away from us because of the salary scale. We are not able to pay that which is very competitive to keep very high performing teachers. So education is an equalizer, and everybody out there who can educate a needy child, educate somebody else's child, we pray that may God really bless you, because it is a sacrifice that you're giving from the bottom of your heart.
If you look at in junior school, there's still some deficit of funding in the laboratory. We need enough apparatus and equipment and some of the chemicals for those practicals to take place. And if you look at the creative arts and sports pathway, learners really have to interact with the modern instruments, and we really don't have enough of those instruments. We only have few of the brass instruments. So probably, God willing, if we get more, then more of our learners will get engaged in the creative and arts. And also in the sports department, which falls under extracurricular activity, we really need to have more of balls in various departments, because now in their PE curriculum, it has been stated we really need to have the swimming sessions, we need to have all the balls. So one thing we're lacking is the swimming pool, which is very costly when we go to have those sessions outside there where swimming pools are. And we really need these balls to go and test their skills outside there in the field also. We want to thank God for the far the school has come, because as at now, we have a modern laboratory that is well structured, but we have some few challenges that are making us unable to conduct the practicals as it is required by the Kenya curriculum design of education. Our modern laboratory is a twin laboratory. It is not well equipped. We are lacking enough apparatus when we look at the number of students we have in school against the apparatus that are already in the laboratories. Another thing, we are lacking enough chemicals to carry out the practicals. The practicals are supposed to be carried out because they are in the curriculum, but now we don't have the chemicals and the reagents that are required for the practicals to be done. So if we get the chemicals, the reagents, enough apparatus, then it means that because we are looking forward to venturing into the STEM pathway, we are going to keep these learners with the knowledge and the skills they require and also put it into practice.
Our learners who exit from DAISY, they are able to create a simple website using the hypertext markup language, that is the HTML, then also integrating it with styles using the cascading style sheets, the CSS, and also further on making it interactive with JavaScript. Therefore, we are calling upon any support from anyone to come and make our goal come true. In the near future, we anticipate to have even a more ICT-oriented environment where everything be done in a social up way, where all the students, all the teachers, we are doing everything in the space.
Having some challenges that if we can get some help, it will be better. The facility that I'm using to handle the kids is very small. For example, I'm having 3 beds. It reaches a time you can find I'm having more than 3 cases. There is no way I'll admit more than 10 kids in 3 beds. That's why I face a challenge. And also sometimes we go out of stock of medicine. So it's a process we need to wait so that the fund can be found and buy the medicine.
Other children, we have Arthur and many more who have finished high school, but they don't have funds for college. They perform very well, but education in Kenya, like in many other countries, is very expensive.
When I started studying in Daisy Center School, the year 2014, my school fees wasn't being paid yet. But when I got to Standard 7, in the year 2017, part of my school fees was being paid by Daisy Center School. When I joined high school, Daisy Center still was part of, helping me. It paid part of my tuition fees when I was in St. Peter's Mumi's Boys. It also gave me the pocket money. At the moment, I'm teaching French here. I teach French. I started teaching French like this term. I'm teaching during this holiday. Then come September, I'll go back to Kenyatta University where I take a bachelor's degree in French.
Daisy gave me to the world, and I joined Chavakali Boys High School the year 2019 for my high school academic. I completed high school academics in 2022 December. Later on, I joined the campus of the university at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology at Nairobi, taking the Bachelor of Science and Analytical Chemistry. So Daisy, being an alumnus of Daisy, I'm so privileged to be one. Daisy has impacted much in my life. It has invested in my life. Being in a Daisy fraternity is the best thing one can ever get. And this goes to all our sponsors. I say thank you for putting Daisy in such a position.
I'm appealing to my sponsors to kindly help me pursue my dream course so that I may not end up as other people who have already passed the exam, but due to school fees shortage, they haven't joined the university. I thank Daisy Center and school as my sponsor, and to those that help Daisy to continue supporting people like me, I pray that may God help you so that you may support Daisy more, so that students like me who have school fees shortage can be helped in the coming future.
Daisy has been really great to me. It has been giving me support all through my life since I was a primary kid to secondary, and now I am almost joining campus. Both parents, their salary cannot, it's not enough to give me that, to pay for my school fees at Chuka University. To the donors of Daisy is that they keep on giving Daisy the scholarships so that Daisy can keep on helping students like us to pursue our dreams thereafter in the future.